Hey y'all, welcome to Vlogmas day 12. It's definitely the nighttime and I am finishing up editing yesterday's video and just going ahead and working on today's, because as you can see I decided to split it up in a part 1 and a part 2 because I was just talking a lot, and I definitely gave spoilers, so beware of that. If you haven't seen part 1 of today's video, well, if you haven't seen part 1 of my ratings of movies and TV shows, I am kind of spoilery, but I don't tell the ending, of course. Like I didn't tell exactly all that happened. Like, still go watch these movies and TV shows, especially if you're interested in certain genres or whatever that I kind of mentioned. Even if I rated it low, definitely give it a try. But yeah, so I was just talking so much, and it's like pretty late because I had like a busy Saturday, so I'm posting part 1 pretty late. So yeah, please go watch part 1. And yeah, so I just went ahead and split it up, and I'm going to just go ahead and have part 2 ready for Sunday, so day 12. So let's go ahead and do my crafting right now. Man, let me go get that. Let's go to my little decorations over here and get my crafting. Whew, I've had 2 easy days. Hopefully day 12 is easy. I think it is. So I am making a reindeer. I think that's gonna be easy. See, I'm posting it up over there. It's gonna be out in 10 minutes. What am I making? I've made a reindeer before. This is a different reindeer. Oops. So for day 12 reindeer, I need 1 brown palm, which I do not have. Hold on. Yo, I said it was gonna be easy. What in the world? I don't have the materials to make this reindeer, because it says 1 brown palm, 1 palm nose, 2 wiggly eyes, and 2 black fuzzy sticks. So you know what? Day 12 ain't happening because I don't have enough of the materials. So let's just get back into the ratings and my reviews of these movies and TV shows. So the next thing I watched is The Holiday Rush. This is kind of like a comedy family kind of movie. I just forget every people that's in it, but yeah, so it's pretty much about a guy who he's like this popular radio DJ, and he has these spoiled kids. Like, they were so daggone spoiled. They needed whoopings. Honestly, they needed whoopings. Because they just started off like, texting him at 4 a.m. in the morning, their wish list, like, Daddy, I want a pony. A real pony. And then, but anyway, at his station, the day that him and his producer was going to try to pitch of them being co-owners or something like that, they find out that they actually have sold the company and now are under this huge corporation who has decided to take them off the air, and they're putting somebody else in his place. So he is now jobless, and he got these spoiled kids and this big house and all this other type of stuff, so he's worried about it. The whole premise, like, you better whoop these kids, they need to get it. I mean, they was mad that he ruined Christmas and their gifts. Like, what was he supposed to do? Like, I didn't understand. those kids was bad. But I mean, it turned out to be a cute little movie. You know, the kids were suffering of the loss of their mother, and you know, they was, you know, he was using the gifts to, you know, to, I guess, compensate that. But anyway, I mean, it's like a little part that's a little love in there. And I mean, it was cute. He eventually, you know, saves the day. They were grateful. Yeah. But I rated a 3. Acting wasn't that great. The kids got on my nerves. And it's not something I like watch again, but it was okay. It was cute. I would definitely watch it because of the holiday season, you know. And it was a black family, so I liked and watched. So the next thing I watched is Single All the Way. This is a new Christmas movie that came out that I just really loved it. Like, I just really like this movie. I think out of all of the movies, like, I really like Love Hard too. But out of everything that I watched, I really like Single All the Way. It was really cute and like well done, and the acting was superb. So but this one is pretty much it's 2 gay guys, and they're best friends, and they live in LA. And so, and I can't remember anybody's names, but the main guy, his dating life is not going so great. But in the beginning of the movie, he has met a man that he is, you know, really loving, and is so happy to have somebody to spend Christmas with. And he was gonna invite him to go to Christmas with him back in I know it's on the East Coast, I'm not sure. And his friend, who is actually an author as well, but like a kid's author, so he's like loaded because he had a very popular book, but like to kill like time and or whatever, he does TaskRabbit. So his friend was doing TaskRabbit, and was helping put up Christmas lights, and saw the man that his best friend is dating, and he has a wife and kids. So that completely ruined everything. So the main character basically asked his best friend to fake and, you know, come with him and pretend to be his boyfriend and lover or whatever. His family has like met him, but he's never like traveled over with him. And they've been telling them that they think that they should be together, you know, since his time in LA. So they get there, and the his best friend is like, I'm not doing this. You know, so they just tell the truth. And the mom, she's like in this spin class or something like that, or kickboxing class, and her instructor is really cute, but he lets everybody know that he's gay. And so she was like, well, I know, you know, somebody, you know, that's gay, my son. And, you know, so she kind of puts them on a blind date, and they kind of go on some dates, and like his friend is like at home with his family and enjoying that, and his family is just like, look, we don't care. I think his name is Peter. We don't care that Peter doesn't see what's going on here, but y'all deserve to be together. So they come up with kind of like a plan to try to get them to be together, and it was just so cute. It was just so cute. I really enjoyed this movie. I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then I attempted to watch The Claus Family. Now, I forgot that I fell asleep on it and I didn't put it back on. I could have watched it this morning just to finish it. So yeah, I'm not gonna rate it because I didn't finish it, but that was something that was on my list to watch, and I will finish it. But that one is pretty much about a family that moves back to, I guess, where their grandfather is still living. And of course I haven't seen the movie, so I shouldn't even be really talking about it, but I just do know that basically the son, he is just over Christmas, he hates Christmas, and I think he ends up finding out that the grandpa's secret is that he is Santa, and you know, they need him to step up, you know, but they have to make him kind of fall in love with Christmas again. believe that's the premise. I definitely want to watch that. I may save that to watch with like my family. So but definitely I think that that's going to be a good movie. Some of the shows, I watched 3 shows that are kind of Christmas themed. The first one is a reality dating show. It's on HBOMax. Season 2 is out now. I only watched season 1 because I just wanted to give it a try. And it's the 12 Dates of Christmas. Now, I am not a fan of like The Bachelor or, you know, a lot of the different like reality, like kind of, excuse me, plant reality dating type of shows. I think it's only one that I liked that was on MTV, and I can't think of the name of it, but I liked it because it was pretty much like competition. Like you, like, what is it called? I'm gonna put it here. They pretty much I think it was called The Perfect Match or something like that. And it was like what was it, like 12 people, and they pretty much had to find their perfect match, and they did like a series of like games and dates and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe because they were doing like physical activities, I just found it like more interesting, and you know, the drama in the house was just good. That's pretty much the only like reality finding love show that I kind of really liked. I know there's some that's on Netflix, but it's just not really my genre of TV. But anyway, I just gave this one a try because it's Christmas themed, and so pretty much the premise is that it's 3 main people. So for the season 1, it was 2 guys and 1 girl. One guy's homosexual, and then the other 2 are heterosexual. And so they're supposed to go on a series of 12 dates to find their one, and that they're going to bring home to Christmas, and you know, hopefully create you know a love match with, and you know, continue to date and possibly marry or whatever. So they're in like this castle in like Austria, I think, which is, the scenery was beautiful, and it was a lot of Christmas like theme stuff. I didn't really enjoy it much because I don't like how they did the dating, like pretty much. So it started off, so it's those 3, and then they had their first people that they were dating, so, and they had like 1 date, but then like kind of during the date or a day after, their second date popped up, and then it was just kind of like too chaotic. Like I couldn't see how they were like, and I guess they were supposed to be able to like just pick, like, are you going to continue to date this person, or are you going to start dating this person and have the next date with that person? But I kind of just wanted, if it's going to be 12 dates, it to be like that one person maybe actually got their 12 dates, because it just seemed very just kind of chaotic and confusing. But I mean, if they did it any other way, it might have took like a really long time if they wanted to have like the person meet 12 different people. I don't know, it just seemed, or not 12 different, because I don't think it was like 12 people. I think it ended up being maybe like 4 or 5 for each person. And they just kind of, I don't know, when the time for the date, they had to pick who they wanted to do, who they wanted to go on the date with. So I don't know, it was just kind of chaotic for me, and I wanted like just more Christmas like theme stuff, and kind of really get to see that. And I just didn't understand, like, some people was just very emotional, like, you know, he or she needs to date and go on a date with somebody to see if they have a connection with them, like, but you're getting mad. And it was just, I don't know, I just don't like those type of shows. I don't know. And the black guy irritated me, because he said the black woman was just too opinionated, and her energy was kind of negative. but he didn't actually go on a date with her. He apologized at the reunion, but and then who he picked, I mean, he's actually marrying her. Like, he proposed to her, which congratulations to them, but it's just still like, okay, we see what you like. All right. And then the girl who was the main, she picked a black guy, and but he just seemed like, he seemed great at first, but like, he lived in New York, she lived in California, and she just basically, you know, I don't know what happened. She just lost her mind, and she really wants him, and he's showing her that he don't really want her. And so that's terrible. And then the gay guy, the one that he wanted knew that he didn't want him, and then the one, he never gave anybody else really a chance. So it was a hot mess. I gave it a 2. I think the idea of it is great. I like that it was Christmas themed, and that's pretty much it. The next show I watched on Netflix, that new Elves show that came out, I gave it a 1.5 stars. I really wanted a cool, like, scary, horror-y show that kind of dealt with, like, you know, Christmas, and the elves were like these, like, tree elves, pretty much. I forgot, Woodland Elves. And but it was just pretty much about a family that decided to get away from the city, and they come to this, you know, I mean, it's a part of their country. I think, I forgot if they're, maybe it was in Norway, I can't remember, I'll put it here, but it's like an island that's separated. And like, the people was there, they were side-eyeing them, like, what are these people doing here? And you know, and when they got there, they was just not following any of the rules that the town people gave them. They was doing what they wanted to do, and they hit something. And then the daughter, she's just so concerned about animal rights and people's rights or whatever, and she was worried about the thing that they hit, and she set out to find it. She found it, and it was like this baby crazy looking creature, and so she's taking care of it. But the elves that they keep, like, locked up, and they have them at bay, you know, were getting rowdy. They were upset that their baby is missing, and they're holding it hostage. And so the townspeople was trying to figure out what to do and to try to get the baby back. And the girl, she was just, I'm not a little girl. So what are you? Because you look 12, and she just wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. She felt like she was an adult. She needed to get a whooping too. She was just so infuriating. So infuriating. Just cut out for some reason. But the little girl was so infuriating. I was over her. And it was just crazy. It wasn't really, like, scary. It was just more so infuriating. So that's why I got 1.5 stars. And the last thing that I watched is also on HBOMax. And it's the new, like, raunchy cartoon comedy that just came out, called Santa Inc. And I gave this a 2 stars. I think the concept of it is, like, great. You know, it's Christmas themed. It's pretty much about they made it about like the corporate of, you know, Santa, you know, Santa's workshop, and like elves, and there was like gingerbread men and women, and snowflakes that could talk, and you know, polar bears, like, you know, the reindeer, and, you know, just working for Santa. And you know, they made it like a corporation, and, you know, it was an adult comedy. It's definitely raunchy, you know, if you're into those type of things. Like I said, I like the idea of it. You know, was it probably, like, completely well done? Maybe not. Maybe they definitely added a whole bunch of, like, you know, real world, like, issues within it. which that's okay. Like the ratings on it on like IMDb and people talking about it, they hate it. But I don't see how it's any different than some of those other raunchy like Adult Swim shows, honestly. But like I can't say that it was cute. It was raunchy. That's what it was. But I think it was kind of fun to watch, to just see like Santa Workshop as a corporation, and you know, the workers having their little issue, having issues, and it was pretty much about one elf who was like #2 in the company, and she's trying to have the successor of Santa decided to work from Amazon, and so she's trying to become the successor, and you know, she's cutting corners, hurting people, and I mean, it was a whole lot, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It was, like I said, it's something different than what I've been watching previously, but not everybody is gonna like it. I will definitely say that, but I give it a 2. Or maybe a 3. A 3 for me. It's a 3. So, anyway, that's what I've watched so far in regards to the holiday. Let me know some of your favorite Christmas movies, or any new releases that you liked or didn't like, or that you think that I should watch. And, okay, so stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Toodaloo.